Biggs. This is Biggs. I'm up here.
For what purpose does Mr. Biggs seek recognition?
Move to strike the last word.
Gentleman is recognized.
I appreciate that, Mr. Chairman. And you know, this resolution offered by my friend, Mr. McClintock, is so common sense, so rational. It's hard for me to believe that there's any opposition in this committee. It really is. Look, we have an example of this in January. Our federal law enforcement, ICE, released a suspected terrorist that Border Patrol had stopped. The FBI had flagged this guy. His name is Isnaro Garcia Armado. He was turned loose near Yuma, Arizona on April 18th. All he was given was a GPS monitoring device, and away he went. They actually had to go out and try to find him again, and they were fortunately able to find him. But the problem is this. Since October of last year, just through July, you have 2 million illegal aliens have come into this country. In Yuma, they are able to turn back maybe 10%. It's right around 10 or 11%. The balance, 89 to 90%, are released into the interior of the United States of America. The vetting process is incomplete because the only way we find out about them if they've got a criminal record or should not be in here on the face of it is if they have a U.S. criminal history or if they're in some kind of database that we have access to. Like occasionally there'll be an Interpol hit. That doesn't happen very often. In the meantime, Yuma, Arizona, small city, not even quite 100,000 people, 1,000 people are encountered every day. That does not include those who get away, the known gotaways and unknown gotaways. Mr. McClintock is exactly right. You're flirting with danger, and he's correct. By so doing, you will face the disapprobation of history should anything happen. And quite frankly, when you start looking at the numbers of people that are on the watch list that we have actually stopped and arrested, and there are dozens and dozens of them, and you realize that there's 1 million people that have been able to enter our country that we have no idea where they come from, where they're going, and whether their intentions are malevolent or benign, then you have to understand that you are just playing with a matter of time. It's nothing I wish for this country, but what I do hope for this country is that we have an administration that no longer will lie to the American people and say the border is secure. I hope that we have an administration that will quit encouraging people to come into this country illegally between ports of entry. I hope that our administration will start standing up and standing behind the men and women of CBP and ICE. I hope that we have an administration that says we have 1.2 million people who have had due process and have been ordered removed from this country, and we are going to start removing them. In other words, I hope we have an administration that will change its ways and start enforcing the law, because all of these things that I've mentioned have led to almost 5 million people illegally entering the country since Joe Biden took office. It is unbelievable to me that there would be anybody opposed to requiring the DHS secretary who has committed malfeasance of office and has sat in our committee and under oath said that there was operational security of our border when he knows that statutorily he is exactly wrong. I support this resolution of Mr. McClintock. It is the right thing to do. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
The gentleman yields back.